A lot of people struggling with chronic pain for a couple of years in hospitals and healthcare clinics, chronic pain centers, recovery centers. Um, my suggestions would be to bring this sense of gentle, curious awareness to the areas around the pain. So, for example, if there's chronic pain around the belly area, for example, hypothetically, um, then I would practice bringing a lot of this mindfulness to the feet and the legs, or the chest and the shoulders and the upper back, arms, where there's not so much maybe intensity or suffering or pain. And practice working with those areas, and then slowly over time, inching towards the pain, and notice what arises. Like, notice, is there a sense of trepidation or fear? Maybe there's a sense of excitement that we're moving towards this area that I want to, quote unquote, fix or something. All sorts of different emotions may arise. But noticing what emotions arise, opening to the mystery of that, because sometimes if we expect things to feel a certain way, then that gets in the way of what we actually feel or what we actually notice. So doing our best to drop the expectations and kind of moving towards those areas with a sense of mystery. And when I talk about this, I mean over the course of days and weeks, not necessarily minutes. Especially if a sense of trauma is truly really intense. So, but over time, very gradually, very gently moving towards those areas, noticing what emotions arise, what sensations arise as you inch towards those areas. Really bringing your heart into it. When I say heart, I mean like your actual organ, and kind of accessing that sense of care or kindness or self-compassion from the heart space rather than the head space. And really be gentle, really kind of inch towards it, and kind of get a sense of the outer perimeter of those areas, and slowly working your way towards the center, very, very slowly, but sort of unraveling the tension and the tightness and the heaviness or the cold freeziness or the density with this gentle awareness over time. Is usually sort of the suggestion. Sometimes if we practice mindfulness of breathing can feel all of a sudden difficult because we're so maybe self-conscious of breathing, or we're trying to force the breath in some way, and that's also natural. So I don't know if that's a part of what's going on, but sometimes when we're just trying to be mindful of our natural breathing in and out, it can feel kind of tight or rigid sometimes. And so my suggestion for that would be to perhaps take a couple of deep breaths, maybe relax the body. It's fine to bring awareness to another part of the body for a little bit and then come back to breathing. Or just use that rigidity and tension as your object of mindfulness to actually just, okay, be curious about this rigidity, be curious about this tightness around the lungs or whatever it is. Oh, isn't that interesting? It's different. Not making it wrong or bad, but just kind of noticing, oh, it's a little unpleasant right now. Can I open to this a little bit in a way that feels safe? Where is this tightness? Kind of using those sensations as your new object of mindfulness. Softening judgments, bringing this caring curiosity to those sensations. Even though they're unexpected, even though they're a little unpleasant. What is this like? But regardless if things feel too overwhelming, if a lot of memories are flooding or emotions are really strong, then it's okay to back off. Wish yourself well, open your eyes, maybe take a short walk, drink some water, and then do something that feels safer. For those living with chronic pain, I recommend the book You Are Not Your Pain by Vidyamala Birch. Jillian, if you wouldn't mind writing that down and sharing a link, we appreciate that. Vidyamala Birch lives with chronic pain. She's a wonderful mindfulness teacher who specializes in chronic pain. She has a lot of free meditations online you can listen to. Wonderful teachings.